Check is on. Hey, friends, what is going on? Oh my gosh, today I have such a beautiful message for you. So, listen, God is about to show you that life can get really good. And we're going to tap into this energy, see what's stuck, see what we can get unstuck, because this message reveals the energy of your upcoming blessings and how you prepare for the overflow. This is truly important because if you've been waiting for things to shift, this is your confirmation, friend. Okay. Hey, love you too. Big hearts, big peace signs, big crowns in the chat. Tap in. Yes, thank you, friend, for reminding me. Tap in. Okay, so doors that you thought were locked, they are about to swing open. Tap in. And opportunities you never imagined are about to line up for you. So let's get into this high energy, high frequency reading and see what's on the table for us friends today. So I feel like there's already a big shift happening, and immediately the universe comes out. Of course it does, because why would it not at this point? This is high level activation, and this is truly like your divine movement. Your divine moment and your divine movement. Wow, both of those coming out at the same time. And this is for those who feel like they've been doing everything possible and nothing is moving. This is for those who feel like your breakthrough is in motion, but you're just not really sure. Well, rest assured, friend, the universe is already speaking to you. And I also love the fact that if you feel like you've been overlooked, like this is your confirmation of divine information. You've been consistent. You have been planting those seeds, friend, with trace and consistency. So the universe is tracing your consistency. The universe is able to see what you've been putting out, the hard work that you've been doing for yourself, and aligning you with your dreams, with your aspirations, with your goals. And you know, the other thing, friend, is that oftentimes when we look at the seeds that we planted, there's times when we focus only on the negative, only what's wrong, only what's not going right all of the time. But really take a big leap back and think about how powerful you've been in the last 3 months, the last 6 months, and the last year. We don't even have to go back a long time. We can tap in to recent time and look at how powerful and amazing you have become. And the universe and God truly tracks this level of energy. The universe is saying, like, girl, not only do I see it, but it's also truly about to happen for you. So if you've been feeling overlooked, if you've been feeling like nothing is moving, this is your confirmation. And I want you to ask yourself, like, what signs are already showing up that is shifting in my life? As a matter of fact, I feel like we could pull a card to see what signs are shifting for you, what's already been showing up for you. So if you feel like you've been having better movement, better times, you're finding peace, or you're finding comfort in your intention setting. So who you're sitting down with, who you're giving your energy to, who you are removing yourself away from. If you find that your worthiness of affection, like what you're giving and what you're getting, is at the top of your list of what to focus on right now, then I'm telling you that's a sign that things are shifting in your favor. Do not downplay the fact that a mindset shift is a gift from God. Do not downplay the fact that the fact that you think differently than anybody else around you means that you're already prepared to move differently. You see what I'm saying? Don't downplay that. We always think of gifts from God as this next level like gift, like something that's tangible. It's the intangible. It is what, thank you, it is what people are attracted to with you. It's the fact that people are like, wow, there is something about you that's truly different. It's the light in you, it's the God in you, and it's also the gift that God has given you. So whether it's in leisure or in pleasure, or in business even, I want you to make sure that you are understanding that the activation, what's happening behind the scenes, is the universe got big energy for you. The universe got big dollars, big sense, big love, and they see the consistency and is able to trace that to you. And I love that. Oh my gosh, I so love that. That just became something truly major right now. So again, you feel like nothing is moving? No, it's coming and it's moving. Shout out to my podcast is listening to me on the go. Now let me ask you, are you looking for a particular blessing, or are you just sitting down like, I just wanted to get better? If you are sitting down saying, I just want things to get better, let me help you focus just a tad bit, friend. I want you to tap in. And I want you to ask yourself how potent, what's the word I'm looking for? Detailed your requests are. See, when we are detailed, when we know exactly what we want in our blessings, what we pray for, specificity, that's the word I was looking for. Tap in. Thank you, God. When the specificity is rolling out of your mouth and you know what you're asking for and you're going beyond that, because you can know what you're asking for and also be like, I know there's more. You can also ask God for clarity on more as well. And I just feel like, friend, when we talk about the blessings that are about to be delivered, remember what you asked for. Remember that you were specific. And then remember, sometimes you were not specific. So you get what you asked for. You know that saying? So let's see if you're getting what you asked for and if God is giving you the grace that is necessary to have it so fine-tuned that you just knew, girl. You just knew it was popping off. So let's tap in. And so again, if you've been asking for confirmation, wow, God is coming to you with big energy. The Fool and the Eight of Wands immediately off the rip, and the Seven of Cups popped up. The Seven of Cups has been showing out lately, and the fact that I see the Fool, it's not just new beginnings. Like, the Fool is so much wiser, and it has so many tools at its discretion, and it gets to choose from what they knew, what they thought, what they learned from in the past, and then now, where you excuse me, I just lost my train of thought. The Fool talks about what you learned in the past and how you can apply those lessons into your now and your future endeavors. The Eight of Wands and the Seven of Cups are saying, like, girl, because you know this, now you have the ultimate choice. You have the ultimate movement. You know exactly where you want to go. And this Seven of Cups is giving me so much major energy. I have to check on this Seven of Cups, like, girl, what is it telling me? Healing the mother line, healing ancestral work. It makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense, because when you're asking about something being placed directly in your life, there has to be an opportunity for extraction, and there has to be an opportunity for placement. And if there's no room, if you're not allowing the room to appear or be open and willing to receive these blessings, I'm telling you, friend, there may be a problem with you recognizing that what you asked for is right before you. So if you've been asking for confirmation or you've been waiting on a clear yes, I want you to ask yourself, have you prepared to receive this blessing? Tap in. This is a two-way street. And there is this I guess this wrong or maybe slighted understanding that all you have to do is ask. No, faith without works is dead. And even if you are in times of heartache and pain and disparity, that does not mean that God is not here to bless you. That's not what that means at all. Tap in it. You still have to work on yourself. You still have to find a way to make it happen, to make it work. And that's what's going down. And so when I see, like, the blessing of the mother line, that ancestral work, the Seven of Cups is saying, not only have you poured into yourself, but you've also healed lines that have been attached to you for a very long time that maybe you didn't even know about. Oh my gosh, tap in. I immediately thought I was going to come up in here and just talk about, racks on racks on racks, but truly, you're not broken. You're not broken. I need you to trust the process. And that's what God is asking you to do, to trust the process. Have you prepared for this blessing? Are you ready to receive it? And can you step into this blessing without hesitation? Is the question. Tap in. And I believe that you have the ability to do that because you see all of the hard work that you put in. Tap in. Now, also seeing this energy with the Fool and the Eight of Wands, there's a community. There's a community that you are building here. Have you been looking for some people that are new places to hang out, where to go? Because when I'm looking at healing ancestral, when I'm looking at healing ancestral, whew, breathe in. When I'm looking at healing ancestral work, thank you God for this message. And I see bound and community. This is next level. Let's take a step back, friend. Because I came in here hot. And the first question was, what is about to break through, right? What's happening behind the scenes? The universe is working, right? We already know that. And the second question is the blessing that's about to be received, but tap in. We see the blessings are abound. We see the blessings are afoot. And somewhere in this message, we backed up and found that the reason why this is about to happen is because you've healed your ancestral line. That's not easy to do, friend. That means that you have put in the tears, the sweat, the cuss words, the therapy, the rituals, the praying. And there has been a huge removal of ancestral cords that were blocking your blessings. Tap in. You have seriously just removed an ongoing process to keep you in a stagnant state. You've just removed anything that was going to fasten you into a destiny that you did not sign a contract for. Tap in. And now that I'm seeing, like, wow, what is God about to place directly in your life? It's about to be racks on racks on racks for real, because you've done the work to remove the negativity, the placement that was signed in blood and ancestral blood to bound you and future generations to a contract that you never signed. This is generational healing right here, friend. Tap in. Wow. You were destined to have a specified experience, and you, through all of your work, truly broke. You truly broke that curse. You broke all of it down. Tap in. Oh my gosh. Wow. Now, was y'all ready for that high level expansion? Because that's an overflow. I was so not ready for that. And when we see these next levels play in, and we know that the spiritual is at play, we know that the ancestral realm is at play. Not only did you break cords that you should not have been attached to in the first place, but you also opened up an energetic portal for your ancestors that are truly tapped in and want to bring those blessings. You've opened up that portal for them to protect you as well. Seeing the sun at the bottom, that tells me that this new beginning is nothing but prosperity. It's nothing but showing love. Two of Cups on the bottom, nothing but connecting that new level, that new intimacy of what's in store for you through a divine ancestral connection, a healthy, loving divine ancestral connection. Tap in. So I love to see it, friend. I was not prepared for that to come through the way that it did. Now, what's the mindset shift? Because we just talked about it, friend. What is the mindset shift? Oh my gosh, I love this energy for you. The mindset shift picked up 2, the 8 of Swords and the 4, getting unstuck. Girl, what are you doing over here? Tap in. Like, what belief or habit did you need to shift? And the belief that you needed to shift, tap in, friend. We want to back up from these cards real quick because the cards are cute and everything, but I really like to talk to you. And the mindset shift is what keeps a lot of people stuck, friend. When you cannot move out of a mindset that keeps you spiritually impoverished, if it keeps you from trying to move out of where you are, if it keeps you focused on the negative and you have no room for expansion, this is a problem. And that can also be a generational curse that you always have to think this way, move this way, live this way, be this way, feel this way. Like that can also be ingrained in us from generational past and pathways and through ways that we learned to protect ourselves as we were younger and growing up. And because oftentimes we refuse to learn new coping mechanisms for ourselves, we often just decide to stay in a particular mindset. And this is a new world for you. You have broken a barrier that makes you feel brand new. The sun is literally shining on you in order for you to move forward. And I feel like your perspective has expanded significantly. The way that you approach life now feels like you're no longer succumbing to this imposter syndrome. You know you're powerful. You know you have a gift. You know you are clairvoyant, claircognizant. We know that you feel people. We know that your intuition is sky high. But God didn't bring you this far just for you to be like, no, I'm going to throw those gifts out the window. What actually happened is those gifts were unlocked even more because of your mindset shift. So if you've been doubting whether or not you even deserve this gift, remember, like, your elevation is written. You just had to unlock the code. And the code was the mindset shift. The mindset shift can deal with anything from your emotions, how you deal with yourself emotionally, how you deal with your triggers emotionally. It can deal with how you rock with your money. Are you good with your money? Are you getting better with your money? Are you deciding to break the chains of ignorance? Are you deciding to read more? Are you deciding to look? Whatever it is, wow. You fought to get unstuck. You fought to get unstuck. And when you fight to get unstuck, tap in. A lot of times it makes you go into reclusiveness. It makes you a full-blown hermit because you feel like the world does not understand you. You feel like you don't know where to go. You feel like there's no one out there that can ride the way that you do. And the fact is that that's actually not true. It's not true at all. Looking at the Six of Wands in reverse next to the Five of Wands, not only is there an elevation that's happening, but there's also like this guilt of wanting to look back and seeing where you're leaving. And I'm telling you right now, looking back only to see how far you've gotten is the only reason why you should be turning around. Tap in. Because those that want you to win, those that are like, yes, you are doing your thing, those people, those environments that welcome you, they are always going to be there. As a matter of fact, they're going to meet you where you are. But if you turn around and you start to look at what you left behind, thinking you're missing something, you're going to end up right back there. Tap in. You might even turn into the pillar of salt. Check the Bible on that one. So looking at the Knight of Wands, understanding that this is like this, there's nothing, everything's burned behind you. There's nothing to go back for. There's no reason why you feel like you have to tap in or feel obligated to tap into what's behind you. There's nothing but arguments, deception, lies. Even your mind will lie to you saying that this comfort is good. Just because it's comfortable does not mean it is beneficial. Low vibrational does not equal weak vibrational. Tap into that. So seeing that off the rip is telling me that at some point in time, you doubted yourself. At some point in time, you doubted your powers. You doubted whether or not you were worthy. And I'm telling you right now, remove the imposter syndrome because you have the powers, and know that God did not bring you this far just for you to tap out. Tap in. Okay, you're supposed to tap all the way in for this. God is about to show you that life is about to get really good. And that started with breaking the chains of generational curses. And it started with you removing the mindset limitations that you can't do it. Girl, said who? Said who? Girl, listen, we made it to the moon. We invented super soakers. Who said that we couldn't do it? Tap in. That's right. I went there. I went there. And let's see. Not only is this a powerful lesson that you're learning, it also empowers you. It empowers you to take on what you thought was impossible. It empowers you to take a chance on yourself, to start asking the deep and intricate, excuse me, that's the word I'm looking for. Tap in questions. You rescued yourself. You learn to watch. You learn to inherit what is divinely yours. That's what you did. You are delivering yourself to higher knowledge, because you are. I want you to witness. I want you to witness your rising. I want you to witness the fact that you are leveling up. I want you to mark this day, tap in, where the mindset shift went from I don't know to yes, the heck I can. And I want you to study how sometimes you might go back into the old version of yourself and how you pull yourself out of that. That's a version of self-soothing that we don't talk about enough here, but understand that you have assisted yourself and your royal bloodline out of the depths of hell, because staying stuck is a version of hell. Tap in, and anybody can fight your mama on that. Nobody wants to stay stuck. That's why when you level up, that's why when you go to far places, either the people that were with you at one point in time want you to take them with you, or they start, they start talking about, oh, look at you, big shot, you done made it and forgot about the people that you used to be around. Girl, what? Check it. Check the language that they use. Check the energy that they spewed. Hey, Jay, how are you? We are talking about the fact that this message thus far, let me bring you up to speed. We started out with what is working behind the scenes. Immediately, universe working behind the scenes. We got that, right? And we talked about how you being consistent was allowing the universe to trace your movements to give you exactly what you need at the moment, if not more. And then I started looking at, well, let's see what else is going on. Boom, what happened? We talked about you are worthy of affection, leisure, and pleasure. Where are you putting your attention to, right, Jay? So tap in. Then I started talking about the blessings that's about to be delivered. And I pulled out the Fool, interesting enough, then pulled out the Eight of Wands and the Seven of Cups, also interesting enough. I'm like, wow, lots of choices going on. What's happening around here, right? And then I pulled out the healing, the mother line, healing, ancestral work, and mother line, and growing up, along with bound and community. And I'm like, whoa, so we just breaking generational curses. You actually just did the work. You did the work. And now that your reward, the level that you're going into next, is a blessing, is a divine blessing by God, because the sun has shined on you. And I'm just like, I wasn't even expecting this message. I came on here to say, tell y'all like, hey, girl, the money coming. And girl, God had a totally different message for you. And then I'm like, okay, well, what's happening here? What's the mindset shift? And the mindset shift is you, friend. Tap in. You completely removing yourself from trash situations, knowing that the fight for your spirit is in environments that no longer love you. Tap in. So are we up to speed right now? Tap in if you are. And then I'm like, whoa, the Knight of Wands popped out. Wow. Okay, Knight of Wands, what's going on? What's going on is that the Knight of Wands is telling you that everything behind you is burned to a crisp. There's no reason. You need to turn around and look back at the things you thought brought you comfort. Now you can turn around and hit the like button, but there's no reason why you should turn around and look at the things and involve yourself in the situations that did nothing for you. So you studied and you rescued yourself. You studied and moved forward. And that is a part of a divine message that I was not prepared to even come in here and tell you. So I want you to pull back the limiting beliefs that are no longer serving you at this level. Write them down. Readily motivated. I like that. Tap in. Tap in. So what happens when you fully believe that this breakthrough is yours? That's the question. Do you have to wait? Or do you inherently know, and with this breakthrough and mindset shift, that the world is yours? Nas told us, what, 30 years ago? Mine's, whose world is this? The world is yours. Tap in. Ooh, that message just came out of nowhere. Thank you, God, for that message. Oh my gosh. Like a hug for the soul. Busting out of an illusion, knowing that your heart can and will always support you. Always. Tap into that, friend. Wow. Ooh-wee. Now, what's the first thing that your life is shifting? You throwing back. Listen, that's my shot right there, okay? Listen. What is the first thing that your life is going to shift? Because we have to talk about the external confirmations that will show up as proof that you are stepping into this new life. What are you accepting now? What's opening up for you? Let's talk about it. Ooh. Let's talk about it. We're going to pull a few cards on this level. Okay, I think God is telling me not to use this deck, and I won't. Boom, here we go. I don't know where I put my other deck. That's okay. Let's come through with it. Tap in. Wow. Bliss, connection, love, visibility. The tangible signs that you will see are you will be able to see the right people come to you. I just had to take a deep breath. I had to pull back because that was really intense. The message was so intense that the channeling the message was all over the place until I could slam it down. And now that we got the message, just pull back, deep breath in. 3 of Cups coming out saying like, this is your opportunity to find bliss. You will find that through the connections. You will see the right people start to formulate in your life, friend. Tap in. They are coming through. So if you need a reassurance, I want you to not only watch the synchronicities, but watch the people that come into your life and understand that you will feel joy. Tap into this. You won't feel lust. You won't feel fake love. You won't feel railroaded or bamboozled. You will feel joy when the right people come into your life. And while joy is an intangible type of reward, it's not when you're able to be around the people that bring you that level of happiness. There's a sentiment here that talks about, divine timing, intuition, love, appreciation, thoughtfulness, right? And I see that with the 3 of Cups and the 6 of Cups. There's no need to rush this. This is telling you that the flow will happen. It will come naturally. So if you're in this moment, like what's coming is your connections. Also, the 6 of Cups is telling us to expect unexpected offers. And I talk about this a lot in my work, that when you are in divine alignment, you start to receive gifts from God. You start to receive gifts from the universe. You start to see what's available for you. And even things that you didn't know you needed at the moment, God is going to bless you with those. And the gifts can be anything. I've had people tell me that they've gotten thousands of dollars worth of gifts just walking down the street and a stranger hands them something. I've seen people who have asked for something in the moment and 10 seconds later, boom, it appears through a gift giver. Now, I also talk about gift giving as a form of spiritual warfare, and you can check out my spiritual DNA. I'm under spiritual attack video for that. But for right now, I'm truly talking about like what the unexpected offers are for your soul to let you know that this alignment is real. What God is giving you is in the path, is in alignment with what you need, what's necessary. Splitting the deck here, 8 of wands once again. So we got 2 8 of wands on the board. What's the message? We're gonna dive into this message right now. Let's get into the message, friend. Let's tap into the message. Ooh, tap in. This frequency is beautiful. This frequency is kind of chaotic right now. There's a lot happening. And I wonder if that's because this message truly had to get out to you. I'm feeling that with 2 8 of wands on the board and the Knight of Wands, this message is so urgent. This message is deep. It is necessary. And you are the only one that's going to be able to see your divine message. Movement. The 8 of Wands is telling us that prepare for the move. Prepare for big movements, friend. Prepare for movements in your purpose. Tap in. There's something set up to be attained for you. As a matter of fact, I feel like this movement towards your purpose is about to drop you smack dab in the middle of something that you asked for so long ago. You didn't even know that it was about to come to fruition like this. Tap in. And although you've been plugging away at it to reach your dreams, you have cracked the spiritual code in order to receive it now. Your trace, your consistency has shown to the universe that you are deserving of this gift that supports your purpose next level. Splitting the deck, it's going to be so big. And it's going to be so big. Look, transformation, tap in. Transformation, humor, and passion. So it's going to be so fly that you are literally going to be like, oh my God. Like you're going to be laughing about it. It's going to almost seem ludicrous. So even in this humor, the blessings are going to be so out of bounds, but welcoming, that it's almost going to seem ludicrous that it's happening to you. Almost like a no way, you had to be there type of move. And this is going to offer the opportunity to change your life big time. Humor, passion, and next level here. Oh my gosh, friends, tap in. The strong and barely controllable emotion that you belong here. You deserve this. And this progressive development of energy that's coming to you, you will know that it's God-given because it feels right. Because it is right. Because it is unexplainable. That's why. So if you've been looking for your angel numbers, if you've been looking for some confirmation numbers, they're coming to you. I'm about to pull them out. So if you're ready, I'm ready, friend. Tap in. I feel like it's a whole lot. 101202. Tap in with another one. Ooh, friend. 1 0s and 2s. 1s, 0s, and 2s. So we already talked about starting over, remember, but you're not starting over from scratch. Tap in. You're starting over from a position of knowing, of understanding, of being. You are starting over with the lessons. You're starting over with the knowledge base that can't nobody run over you, can't nobody step on you, can't nobody try you. Because if they do, they know that they're going to get sliced down. This is intelligence. This is high level dynamics. This is you making a difference. How do we know that? Because your passion and your purpose is in fast movement. And how can we solidify that? Girl, the Knight of Wands told you. The Knight of Wands said all of that behind you is unnecessary. Let's look at what's happening in front of you. Tap in. And then we have happiness is linked to self-expression and growth. Tap into that because it is. And that's saying, can we get into a story, y'all? Excuse me. Excuse me. You drink some water. I got this message. God, thank you for that cold water. Do y'all know who Guy Fieri is? Can we tap into this message real quick? Because I might have to do this as a separate type of conversation. But if you know who Guy Fieri is, tap in. Heart, peace sign, just tap in. Guy, if you don't know who Guy Fieri is a world-renowned chef. He had this, most people know him from his show, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives on the Food Network. He would go around to different places in the United States and eat their food and tell people how wonderful it is. And a whole bunch of people would go and support that business and their businesses would explode, right? And he's had other endeavors. Now, do you know who Anthony Bourdain is? Anthony Bourdain was also a world-renowned chef who would go around the world eating top-notch food, drinking, and sitting at tables in the finest places that probably you need $1 trillion to access, and speak to people that have brilliant minds. And while Guy Fieri was going around spreading his goodness to the world, you know what Anthony Bourdain was doing while he was also able to go around the world and follow his passion? Anthony Bourdain was becoming a hating hell. Okay. Now, because of the sensitivity of what happened with Anthony Bourdain and him choosing his path to what he deemed as peace, we're going to kind of we're not going to speak ill of him. But what we can do is we can look at the fact that Anthony Bourdain, every opportunity he got, to somebody who's high level, that's well respected in the field of food, got books, got deals on all types, got more money than he can count. And guess what? Every opportunity he got, he would shit on Guy Fieri. Tap into this message, okay? Because only a few of y'all listening to this. He would shit on Guy Fieri. Guy Fieri, all he has ever done was follow his dream and his purpose. And he got the training behind it to do that. And he took one opportunity where his friend recorded him in his own hometown, in his own restaurant, sent it to the Food Network, and the Food Network said, "We want you. Tap in." I believe that Anthony Bourdain, looking back on Anthony Bourdain's affect as a human being, I believe wholeheartedly that he could not stand Guy Fieri simply because Guy Fieri was living in movement with his purpose and his passion, and that he was genuinely happy. He was genuinely feeling good about his life as a whole, with his family, with his children, with his parents, with the people he was able to save around the globe consistently. Because what Guy Fieri put out in his life was to give back to others. I'm talking about during the 2020, he opened up a fund for people that worked in the service industry to be able to maintain their bills. During the wildfires in California, he went out there, opened up a kitchen, and just started feeding people. He did not care. Whatever he needed, whatever people needed to eat, he fed them. So imagine you following your dreams, and because God gave you a gift and blessed you so much, you went out here to change the world. You got somebody that might have something bigger than you, or is in the same field as you, or is seen as a respected colleague, turn around and spew and hate on you because they were unable to deal with their own demons and wanted to pour their demons onto you. Can we tap into this message right now? Because girl, damn these cards. Damn these cards. Spiritual warfare is real. And even though you might not be going through a season of spiritual warfare, the other demons out there are going through spiritual warfare, and they will look at your light in a heartbeat, and they will tell themselves, I can't beat up on myself anymore, so let me look at the brightest star and beat up on them. That's what happens. And so when we look at strength and control and what that means for you, transformation, spiritual awakening, I mean, all of these messages truly lead to what is your purpose? What is your passion? And when God blesses you with everything that makes your life really good, what do you do with that? And how does your truth outshine those who don't believe that you deserve everything that you have, or even yet who believe that you deserve everything that you have, but because they are dark spirited, they just want to hate on you? It is absolutely crazy how we can look back at this situation. And let me tell you something, as much as Anthony Bourdain trashed Guy Fieri never responded to him. Tap in. Tap into that. This is a lesson for you to take to your next level. Now, I ain't going to say sometimes you ain't got to respond, because sometimes you got to respond. Okay. Even throughout the jabs in life, sometimes you got to, pick up and say what you got to say. But there is something to be said when you have somebody that you thought had it all is still turning around and looking at you and wanting to dim your light simply because God has bestowed his love on you. You fought your demons. You won your fights. You cried at night. You failed. You passed. You lost people. You got fired from jobs. You stood your ground and had to stand with those consequences while also working towards the rewards. And can you imagine somebody who was born into a situation hating on you, disliking you, simply because you have dealt with what you needed to? You broke those generational curses, and now what? You supposed to stay in the realm of bullshit? Tap in. I'm trying to figure out what people want from you outside of you walking in your divine light and your divine purpose. You're supposed to go out there and help other people when you got your ish together. You're supposed to love on people who are less fortunate in a moment when you have your gifts. God don't give you these gifts to just rain on yourself. You are supposed to be responsible. The phrase, to whom much is given, much is what? Required. Tap in. And what is the requirement? That you don't hoard everything to yourself. You've got to advance the people around you who need that information. Now tap in. I didn't say you got to take care of the people who want to mooch off of you. I did not say you got to take care of people who expect you to do everything for them because they are lazy. Because no, at the end of the day, they got to work for themselves. What I am telling you is that when you are blessed, you're supposed to do something with that blessing. Tap in. Tap in. Ooh-wee. God, thank you for that analogy. Thank you. It's hard for people to see. It's hard for people to. I know Guy Fieri had no idea why Anthony Bourdain was hating against him. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. You ain't supposed to know. Actually, you do know. You know because it's the God in you. Tap in. Ooh-wee. So if you needed reassurance that you're on the right path, yeah, I got you. So what is unfolding for you? 101, 2002, and 1001. A lot of new beginnings here. A lot of new beginnings on the board, friends. Tap into this. This is next level for you. Okay? Now listen. Now that we done got that out the way, because I went on a whole entire conversation. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for this whole. Girl, we getting this message together. Tap in. Okay. Now let's see what our divine confirmation is. Nine of Cups feeling good. Justice feeling even better. Nine of Cups feeling good. Justice feeling even better. Divine justice. The scales are now being balanced. Remember, we came into this conversation talking about you breaking generational curses. We came into this conversation about you being noticed by God and by the universe and your blessings coming to you. So that also means that those who thought that they were going to get one up on you, use you, hurt you, take advantage of you, no, they getting called to the carpet. See, when you receive your blessings, it's not just for you to elevate and keep pushing and living in your divine purpose. It's also going to boomerang back to those who did not want you to win and did everything in their power to tarnish your name. Nine of Cups feeling good, justice feeling even better. And there's a favorability in that justice as well. I know justice sometimes isn't fast. I know. But sometimes you got to let justice have the slow burn. Tap in. Sometimes you got to let justice just come in at the correct moment and dig into those that you will make a footstool. Tap in. I also love this back and forth energy and honoring from your intuition, from your clarity, from your reassurance. I love this back and forth between these two energies because it's truly telling you, like, God is saying, I got you. I got you in ways that you didn't even know you needed me right now. Just make sure that you come to me. Just make sure you are steadfast in your prayers. Tap in. Make sure you are steadfast in your rituals. Tap in. Because if you don't have a connection to God through your rituals and through your prayers, then who you talking to? Who you asking? What you asking? Who you asking? Tap in. In the great Bible, they say that Jesus retreated to the mountains, to solidarity, in order to pray and have that conversation with the co-creator. Tap in. With the final decision maker. Tap in. And so if you are not having a divine conversation with that which holds the future, the judgment, the divine last say, then what you doing, friend? What we talking about here? You came into this conversation talking about, I want God to bless me, racks on racks on racks, and you not even remembering that once you get the racks on racks on racks, it's time for you to retreat into your chambers and connect with divine power. You didn't do this by yourself. You didn't. Tap in. Oh, God, I did not know where this conversation was going. I love the Nine of Cups and Justice together. That is a beautiful combination. Tap in. Tap in. Splitting this deck here. Stay present. That's where life happens. Yes. I love that. Whew. Tap in. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Ooh, it feels good. This was intense for me. Let's take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let's see what feels good in these cards as we bring this conversation to a close. Because if you felt anxious, if you felt like things weren't moving the way that you wanted it to, if you felt afraid to trust this process, then this conversation is for you. But it went much deeper than you and I thought it would. And so, if you move forward with your confidence, if you move forward knowing that this breakthrough has already happened, the universe has deemed it through your hard work and consistency. Look, heart, I allow love to lead. Most beautiful. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Change me into one who can allow love to lead my life. And I'm talking about love of you, love of God, love of your gifts. Because when you lead with love, it's hard for people to break that. It's hard. May you offer may you offer yourself completely to the highest so all may occur as needed. Grant me peace and contentment wherever I am. Use me for the greater good. Absolutely beautiful. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's choose one more. What's feeling good, guys? Here. This feels good. Release. Oh my gosh. Tap in. I move in harmony. Change me into one who easily releases all that's ready to go. Let me move in harmony with your natural cycles. Tap in. Mm, mm. Tap in, tap in, tap in. God, these messages are so beautiful. Mm, God, I thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to take a step back and read these channeled messages that come through. Sometimes I don't know where it starts, but God, you always make it end so beautifully. So beautifully. To be able to break generational curses, God, that is so beautiful. To be able to sit here and say that even when darkness follows me and assaults me and hates on me, I still persevere through my passion, through high value movement, through strategic movement, God, tap in. And that it also leads to a divine direct connection with the highest form of energy. Oh my God, tap in. That is beautiful, friend. Again, you are not broken. You have surrendered to the alchemy of life. Tap in. And your life is a canvas. This is art. This is manifestation at its highest form. It's a word that we throw out so much. Oh, manifest, manifest, manifest. You are not manifesting anything. Tap in until you establish your relationship with divine order. Tap in. This is not about religion. I couldn't care less. Let me say that. I couldn't care less how you worship. This is about stripping it down to spirituality and where your purpose serves in righteousness. Tap in. Ooh. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. And that message is truly for those who feel like they're getting older in life, that they didn't accomplish everything they wanted to in their teens, in their 20s, and even their 30s, or even their 40s. Girl, please. Said who? Listen, time is not running out. You are refining as you get older. You get to know the life lessons. This is where your soul is growing. This is where you become a student of the school of thought, where you become a student of the universe. The universe is your university. Tap in. Tap in. Mm. You are in the world, but not of it. And I love that for you, friend. All right. Just two more cards, and then I'm going to get up out of here. Okay, friend? Tap in. Oh, God, thank you so much for this message. This message was beautiful. Oh, my gosh. I feel it in my bones. I feel it in my bones. Two cards. Enlightenment, number 43. That might be on your radar. And the unicorn portal. Focus your light and listen for a message. Look for from the highest perspective. See the divine in everyone. Tap in. Tap in. Ooh, friend. Oh, with that, I say the divine light in me honors and recognizes the divine light in you, friend. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you on the next one. Namaste.